Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers.
Let's go, let's go! Okay, ready?
Easy, Mike. Hey, they scared. They scared. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
3 down. 3 6 6. Pull it high.
Safe.
Shoot.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Operating from the gun. Gordon trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Wait, that wide 80.
Mike 54. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
You got nothing today.
Check it, reload.
Brady going to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Brate, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island, though. Single receiver.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gordon. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Dang, baby. 50.
Wait, that 380.
58's the mic. I know he ain't got it. Watch the safety creep. Kill, kill, kill.
Goal 50.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And some space to move right away as he's hauled away up to the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come, come. Regular.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Bang, bang, bang.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Buzz.
58, boys, 58, ramp.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down. Gay's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hatch it.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and 13. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
High 7.
Rip right. Check 4.
Go.
From the gun, Gordon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
This is taken at the 23. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. That one goes for 24 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
53.
Mike 54. Come off the ball hard.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he's brought down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Heavy on the edges. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Brate with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Bravo. 8-3.
All day, every day, any day. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Gordon throwing right, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
We gotta get to the ball, D. We gotta
Off play action. Gordon. That is caught at the 7. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Greystone travel. 58, right?
They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
Ready up.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you, punk. Check 99. Check 99.
This is McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
Two draw corkers.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gordon. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
On the set.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Come on, boy. Hey, Alpha. Hey. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. 5.
From the gun, Gordon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And it's taken in at the 9. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Shift. Check Ozzy.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's got Rome. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a first down. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good size run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All day, baby, all day. Go bandit.
From midfield, here's Brady. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Shoot.
McCaffrey on the counter. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 14. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
36.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Operating from the gun, Gordon. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Gano the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, Here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught inside the 15. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Switch.
They'll go again to Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Check 9, check 9. 3D, hey!
And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
25, check 25, check 25.
Now Jones. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Check the backer, check the backer.
Check 37, check 37.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. from the gun. Gordon. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Throwing on 3rd and long. Gordon. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. $12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
He's checking. Crash. Hey, switch gears. 6 guy. Check 6 guy. Undercrush.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Now Brady. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Brady. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Check a hot read. Back. Tight dog.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
You got him.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Check alpha. Check 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Switch. Check 31.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gay's kick is good, and that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
All day.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 78 yards, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
4 down.
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Levante David. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
You don't want it.
Check. Crunch. Hold 50.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 16. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Look at me. Zipper.
Right there.
Operating from the gun. Gordon under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Gordon. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm coming. Slam.
22 jet bomber. Hey, Alabama.
Throwing again. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Jones. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Watch the slats. He's coming. We got double rip.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a give right side McCaffrey. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking to throw. Gordon. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. It was the linebacker Devin White there to knock it away. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Open man is Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Gordon. That's to McCaffrey, complete. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Here we go. 8, read.
Mike, 54.
I'm coming for you, son.
On 1st and 10, Gordon. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the play fake, Gordon. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Check, 45's the mic. Check, 45's the mic.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation.